A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 60. The review for today covers the ideas from Lessons 46 to 50 as follows. Lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. Lesson 47. God is the strength in which I trust. Lesson 48. There is nothing to fear. Lesson 49. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. And Lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God.
Lesson 60 is a review lesson. It helps you remember 5 ideas you already learned. These ideas teach you that God is love and wants you to be happy. You are not alone, and love is always with you. The lesson reminds you that the world you see is not the real world yet. The real world is made of love and peace, not fear. Lesson 60 also teaches that your thoughts can hide the truth or help you see it. When you choose loving thoughts, you remember who you really are. Lesson 60 helps you practice remembering love, safety, and peace, because that is what God created for you.
Lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he never blames anyone. Those who know they are innocent see no need for forgiveness.
God does not forgive because he never judged us. But in this world, we need forgiveness to undo judgment. When we stop judging ourselves, we stop judging others too. Jesus asks us to accept our mistakes so we can see the innocence and peace beyond our belief in sin. When judgment is gone, there is nothing left to forgive.
Forgiveness helps me see that I am innocent. It is God's love shining on earth. It brings me closer to heaven, where God's love lifts me up to him.
The problem is, we are afraid to go back to heaven because we think we will lose who we are. When we see our innocence, we realize we once believed we were guilty because we wanted to be separate from God. But this belief only brought pain. Now we can choose a better way. When we forgive, we no longer fear God's love, and he lifts us back to heaven. Another big lesson in A Course in Miracles is that we do not forgive on our own, as we will now learn.
Lesson 47. God is the strength in which I trust. I do not forgive with my own strength. I forgive with God's strength in me, and I remember him as I do.
I do not forgive you by myself. I ask the Holy Spirit to help me see you differently, because the way I see you now is not making me happy. When I try to be right, selfish, or special, it only brings pain. So I let go of my small strength and choose Christ's strength, which I remember through forgiveness.
As I learn to see, I notice God's love in the world. I forgive everything because I feel God's strength in me. I start to remember the love I once forgot, but that love never forgot me.
The problem is that we chose to forget who we really are. We wanted to be weak and separate instead of remembering Christ's strength. But forgetting did not change our true self. It has been waiting for us to see differently, to choose vision over judgment and strength over weakness. Now we return to the real world.
Lesson 48. There is nothing to fear. When I can truly see, the world will feel safe. It will look nothing like it does now. Everyone and everything will bring me blessings.
When we choose a place of perfect safety in our minds, which Jesus shows us, the world around us will reflect it. This must be true because our thoughts shape what we see. Imagine how beautiful people will look when we forgive them. Nothing we have ever seen, even in dreams, can compare. This beauty is not a fantasy. It is the real world, shining and new, where everything is bright and forgiven.
I will see everyone as my dearest friend. In a world full of forgiveness, there is nothing to fear.
Christ's vision sees everyone as holy, with no one left out. When separation is gone, so is fear, which came from believing in sin and guilt. With this love in us and around us, fear disappears, replaced by the love that forgiveness brings.
Lesson 49. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. God's voice always calls me to forgive because it saves me. He never stops guiding my thoughts, actions, and steps.
We may not hear God's voice all day, but He is always calling us. We often try to block it out with thoughts of being special, judging, or attacking others. But when we choose to ignore the ego's loud voice, God's quiet and gentle voice returns. The moment we truly want to hear only Him, His sweet song of love guides our thoughts, words, and actions.
I am walking towards truth, and there is nowhere else to go. God's voice is the only voice and the only guide for His child.
There is no other real path. Any other way we choose is nothing and leads nowhere because it comes from a voice that is not real. God has never left His thoughts, but we forgot His presence and love. No road in this world can lead to Him because the world was made to take us away from the truth. Any path that leads away from who we are brings only confusion and sadness. But God never left us, and we have never truly left Him. This lesson ends as it began, reminding us that love is the only truth.
Lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God. When I listen to God's voice, His love strengthens me. When I open my eyes, His love helps me see the world clearly. When I forgive, His love shows me that His child is innocent.
Who is God's child? I am. Since we are all one, when I see my innocence, I see that everyone is innocent too. This must be true because God's love is the same for all.
When I see the world with God's vision, I remember that I am His child.
Jesus ends this lesson with our greatest goal, remembering who we truly are. We learn to see the real world by paying attention to what is outside us, because it reflects what is inside. The pain we feel as bodies in the world of bodies makes us cry out for another way, another teacher. When we change our minds and choose the Holy Spirit's way of seeing, we look at the world with Christ's vision.